I mean, have you internalized what you've done?
Mhm.
Why are you doing this?
Excuse me.
Why did you do this? And I can't believe the mother allowed you into the home with your criminal history anyway. Court is calling 2024 CR 012220, State versus Alexander Aguilar. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Kyle Simpson for Mr. Aguilar.
Are you Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Aguilar, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you review that with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state will be proceeding on count 5 of the indictment and will waive the other counts.
Any objection?
None.
Additionally, Your Honor, state will waive the habitual offender enhancement.
Objection.
And I'm sorry, are you waiving? Oh, and you're waiving count 6. All right, so for the record, the state is waiving the habitual enhancement allegations, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
And you're proceeding on count 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objections to those waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, why is there an estimated range in here for, it says DLB or estimated age range?
I believe it's because initially she filled out a pseudonym form.
Okay,
That's at the back of the stipulations, Your Honor.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was calculating the age and I said, just bring out the age calculator.
Yes.
All right, so why should, the court is going to find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will find you guilty. Why should the court follow this agreement?
That's what the victims wanted, Your Honor. I've spoken with both her and the mother. They were okay with it.
All right, and currently I believe she's 17.
Currently, yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you want to say?
Mhm.
Why are you doing this?
Excuse me.
Why did you do this? You gave up the right to remain silent. Why did you do this? That's your daughter. I mean, it's bad even if it wasn't your daughter, but why would you do that to your daughter?
Ma'am. And
I mean, have you internalized what you've done?
yes, ma'am.
And I can't believe the mother allowed you into the home with your criminal history anyway. And when you came back into the home after you're being in prison, did you have the gang tattoos as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And she still allowed you in the home.
We weren't together.
It was his home.
All right, so it was his home
Correct.
where this happened. And somebody allowed their daughter to go and stay with you, and you're a gang member, and you've been to prison. All right. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison. I'm sorry, 16. Thank you. 16 years in the prison. There's to be a $1,500 fine. Credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with the complainant. There's to be Chapter 62 registration. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with minors ever. There's to be no residing in any household with minors. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? We can go off the record. So for the rest of your natural life, you're not to reside in any household with.
Ashley Jones for the state.
Arlene Gay for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Montoya?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I know that previously we had the plea, and then there was some question of maybe he's not competent.
Correct.
So I think it would be best so that the record can be clear. We will just do the entire plea over again as far as me going over his rights with him, because now it's 100% certain that he is competent.
Okay, I think that's fair.
All right. I'm sorry. Can I have a file stamp back?
Over.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just so that we can make sure that the record is clear, okay? And what I can tell you, whatever plea bargain agreement that you all had previously worked out, I know that I was intending to follow it until we stopped in the middle of the plea, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
My understanding is that you've reached an agreement with the state for 2 years in the prison. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have to follow that agreement. Do you understand that? No. Here's the thing. No. I want you to listen, okay? Breathe. All right. I don't have to follow that agreement. So let's say I don't follow that agreement and I say I want to give you 3 years, right? Not saying that's going to happen, but let's use that as an example. If I were to do that, you can withdraw your agreement and say, well, we don't have an agreement because I agreed for 2. You understand?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, so that's what I mean. So I don't have to follow your agreement. If I don't follow your agreement and I try to give you more than 2 years,
I'm gonna say no.
you're going to say no, right?
Yes.
All right, so you understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
And did you have him evaluated for competency?
Yes, I did.
And the results?
He was found competent.
All right, so with regards to the parties involved, they appear to be all related.
Yes, a brother and a sister.
So there may be a need for no contact. What's going on with that?
Um, that was the problem with this case initially on bond, is that he lived with his grandmother a bit. His
Mhm.
brother and sister lived, I think they were allowing 1,000 feet,
Mhm.
and they lived within that 1,000 feet. But I believe from just discussions that everybody's kind of made up, Your Honor. He will go back and live with his grandmother. My client is mentally ill. And so that's who kind of takes care of him, and they take care of each other.
All right.
And the sister who was involved in the brother, they've spoken to the district attorney's office. So
All right. And state with regards to the no contact, are you requesting no contacts or no?
The state is requesting a no contact, Your Honor. Understanding defense counsel's position, but this was a case where a deadly weapon was involved. So I will proffer to the court that at least, you'll give me one moment, the complainant with the first name of John has informed us that he wants a no harmful or injurious contact order. And just a moment. I don't have what the complainant Ramona would want, but she did recant.
she's been very vocal, to say the least, in favor of trying to assist her brother as opposed to assisting the state.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And they don't have parents, so grandma is the person in their life. And I think no harmful or injurious would be appropriate. Because without him being able to go live at grandma's house, he doesn't have a place. And this case kind of proved it when we were trying to get him out on bond, and he had no place to go. And they put him in Lifetime, and he did do the program at Lifetime Recovery. We assisted him with his mental health and also assisted him with alcohol addiction. So he did complete the Lifetime Recovery program during the pendency of this case.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is gonna do. The court is gonna find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's a $500 fine, time and money run concurrent. There's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Ramona Montoya and John Montoya, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, when you were, yes. Oh, thank you so much. 2 years prison. You would go off and they would say, there's no term. So you're sentenced to 2 years in prison. All right, so we can go off the record. Mr. Montoya, when you're released, it's probably best for you to go to the Center for Healthcare Services, make sure you have your medications, whatever you need. And if there's an issue, if you don't have a place to stay, when you're released, if I am still here, I will make sure that I find a place for you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I stay at Heaven for Hope.
Okay. All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.